Hello again. So now we'll be looking at the assessments in detail as outlined in the syllabus. And first up is the reading paper. That's paper 1 according to the new syllabus. As you can see on the left, that's paper 2 according to the syllabus that was effective up till the October-November session of 2023. Now, what we have in the reading paper, candidates must answer all the questions in 2 compulsory sections. The sections being comprehension and use of language, and the second one being summary and short response. Candidates write their answers in the space provided. Texts are printed in the question paper insert. Dictionaries are not to be used. All right, so that's clear. The first one, section A, is comprehension and use of language. Now we can see that comprehension used to be section 2 previously, and now they've changed it to section A. So that's another change. And they've split it into 2 questions, right? So the way it's going to be presented, and we'll take a look at the specimen paper later on in another video. Basically what they've done is they've changed the questions in the comprehension section into question 1 and then parts A, B, C, and however many, and then question 2 and right similarly A, B, C, and however many they're going to ask. The first is the comprehension task, question 1, where candidates respond to a series of sub-questions based on text A. So there's going to be a dedicated text for the comprehension task, and it's going to be a narrative. These are short answers testing understanding of both explicit and implicit meaning, and we've gone over them in the previous video, right? That is the syllabus overview part 2. And the reading assessment objectives that will be tested in this part are R1 and R2, as you can see on the screen. We've already gone over those, so I won't go into detail. And it will be worth a total of 16 marks. The text will be approximately 900 words long and from either the 20th or 21st century. It's going to be a narrative text as mentioned. Then is the second question, where use of language will be focused on. Candidates respond to a series of sub-questions based on text A, so the source text will be the same. These are short answers worth a total of 9 marks, so that brings it to a total of 25, right? So you've got 16 for question 1 and 9 for question 2. And these questions will relate to the author's use of language and the effect this has, so writer's effect, as we've discussed in the previous video. This question tests the following reading assessment objectives, and that is how writers achieve effect and influence readers. So that's 25 marks, that's half of paper 1, the reading paper. Section B is summary and short response, and this is given as question 3A and 3B. 3A being summary. Candidates answer a summary task in response to text B. So there's going to be a separate text. It's going to be an informative text, right, which will be approximately 550 to 600 words long. And the candidates will write a summary as continuous writing. Now here it says 150 to 180 words, but there is a syllabus update given on the Cambridge website, which states that the limit for summary writing, the word limit, is a maximum of 150 words, right? So that has changed, and the word limit for summary writing is a maximum of 150 words. So keep that in mind. What does this question test? Well, it tests both the reading and writing assessment objectives. You've got R1 and R5. Understanding explicit meanings, and then selecting and using information for specific purposes. This is the part where you're reading the text and picking out the content points. Then the writing objectives organize and structure ideas and opinions for deliberate effect. So you're organizing the content points properly to present in a summary, and then use a range of vocabulary and sentence structures appropriate to context, and you're putting it all together in writing. And obviously the writing should be coherent, it should be fluent, it should produce the intended effect and purpose, achieve the purpose. Then there's a short response task, which is question 3b. And the candidates give a short response to show understanding of implicit meaning and attitude, right? So that is the entire focus of this question. It's worth 5 marks. And the objective is demonstrate understanding of implicit meanings and attitudes, obviously. And that brings it to a total of 25 marks for section B and a total of 50 marks for the reading paper. All right, now coming to paper 2, the writing paper. This has 2 sections. The first one, directed writing, worth 25 marks, and the second is composition or creative writing, again worth 25 marks, bringing it to a total of 50, and that is the section distribution is the same as it was previously. Both questions are compulsory, but there is a choice for, there will be choice as to what topics the candidate can attempt for the composition task. Now, the directed writing task. Candidates read 1 or 2 texts totaling approximately 400 to 450 words in length. They use, develop, and evaluate the information in the texts to create a discursive, argumentative, persuasive email, report, letter, article, right? So the approach, the language, the mood, the register, the tone, all of that will be either or and, discursive, argumentative, persuasive, and the task itself will be speech, email, report, letter, or article. Okay, so that is a major change compared to the kind of task that was given previously, where a topic was sketched out and the students had to write on their own, right? There was no argumentation or analysis or evaluation of ideas or opinions, at least not to the extent as is focused here, right? So we can see in the assessment objectives, 15 marks for writing objectives, and we can see all 5 of them are being tested. 10 marks for the reading objectives, with focus on analyzing, evaluating, and developing facts, ideas, and opinions using appropriate support from the text, and selecting and using information for specific purposes. Makes sense. All right. And finally, we have section B for the composition. Candidates answer 1 question from a choice of 4, 2 descriptive and 2 narratives. Again, there's a change over here because previously there used to be 5 topics to choose from, 1 descriptive, 2 argumentative, and 2 narrative. Right, so the argumentative has been taken out from the composition, but it has been placed rather strategically in the directed writing task. So candidates develop and write a composition between 350 to 450 words. Oh, by the way, my bad. The word limit for the directed writing is 250 to 350 words. So the word limit has actually been increased. Previously it was 200 to 300, right? And now it's 250 to 350. Right, coming back to the composition, the word limit here has actually been brought down. It used to be 350 to 500, now it's 350 to 450. And the writing objectives 1, 2, 3, and 5 will be tested. The topics, the categories, a descriptive piece of writing describing a person, place, or situation, including the atmosphere of that place or that situation, in detail so that the reader can picture it, right? So this is something which is commonly phrased as showing through your reading and not telling. And then there's the narrative. A narrative piece of writing tells a story containing a sequence of connected events which may be real or imaginary. So that's up to the student how they're going to present it. And right, so we've reached the end of the syllabus overview, and I hope you'll join me for further videos. Thank you.